See if you got it now. Yeah. I'm sorry about the delay. Um, I was trying to get Dad on here, but his emails aren't working. So, I don't know. He just not gonna be up here. I don't know. Because his emails are not, I can't send the emails properly. And I sent him an email, but he's not getting the emails. I don't understand it. What's going on with his phone? But it is what it is. I'll just have to talk about. Oh yeah, I have a busted blood vessel in my eye, guys. So that's the reason my eye looks like it looks. Um, I don't know. I don't know how to get him on here. I don't know how to get Dad on here. It's just. I was trying to get him to not have to come up the stairs, so I was doing a Zoom. But it don't work. You gotta get a chair, Dad. Okay, hold on, y'all. Just a minute. Here, just use this chair.
What you consider?
I can use this
I use that chair.
one. No.
The chair is more comfortable.
What's Oh, y'all looking? We still on the air.
Okay.
They can't see you like that. Hold on, let me take the blurred screen off then. Hold on, y'all. Um, Background. There we go. Now you gotta scoot over, Dad.
Okay. Thank you for having me on your show.
All right, guys. So this is I'm sorry. So this is my famous dad, Herman Springs, and he has made up a topic for us.
I don't know if I can say I made it up.
Yeah, he's the one that did the topic, y'all. So mhm. All right, Dad. So let's talk.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, you go ahead on while I check to see if we if voice settings
Let me
and
give a
stuff
little bit
are
of
up.
background.
And talk
I
loud.
have worked in law enforcement for 34 years. And I found myself reflecting back on families and communities and how people interact with one another, which brought me to the point where
That's the
I
cat.
asked the question, is there a right way or a wrong way to love someone? And when I thought about that question, I, the answer was plain to me because
Let me see
people
your phone.
people don't know how to express what they feel and it's actually destroying our young people because when you look at it in a sense of how people see themselves in relationships. Now, I've been married for 52 years, and when you find yourself in a situation where you can't answer that question about how to love someone, it becomes an issue because what happens is when you look at young people today, there is an absence of that old old school love. That's where parents and children interacted in a way that was positive, and it created a different environment for us to come up in. Now, when you look back uh, over what's happening today, my time in law enforcement, I spent that time being a part of a community. I was never the type of police officer that just I went beyond the badge to kind of speak. The reason I say that is because I never saw myself as a police officer against the community. I always saw myself as a part, an integral part of the community. And that's what we have to get back to. Uh, when I say is there a right way or a wrong way to love someone, I guess the answer to that in my mind is what's your perception of love? And if your perception of love doesn't encompass all of the things that most people, and I'm going to say the majority of the people in our communities treasure, then we're leaving ourselves open for heartache, pain, disappointment, gun violence in communities, and things like that. Uh, People have to understand what it means to love someone in the right way. And that has to be a perception that's within the individual. So that's where I came up with this thing about the right way and the wrong way to love one another. Each of us have to ask ourselves that question because I don't know if any of us have a clear answer. I don't know if you will be able to look at your relationships with your family, with your friends, with your community, and be able to actually feel the right way or the wrong way to love someone. It's a concept that is individualized within the individual. You don't have a clear cut answer for that because everybody's perception of love is different. So that was the reason I brought this subject up with Michelle, and I thought it would be a good thing to share with her social media because all of us should ask ourselves that question, and all of us should really try to find the right way to care about, to love, respect, and just be a part of what we used to call a community. We we didn't worry about gun violence. We didn't worry about how we were going to be perceived by other people. What we cherished in our communities is the respect, the love, and the compassion that came along with just being a member of that community where we came up in. So I'm asking you to ask yourself, how do you feel is the right way for you to love someone. And that would be my challenge to each and every last one of you. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the end of my.
Well, you're not finished yet, Dad, because I got questions to ask you. It's
Okay.
an interview now. So, within our community, and with the gun violence today and things like that, do you think that love is one of the key that things that can change the way youth perceive things these days? Because um I don't know. A lot of you feel that they are loved in a certain way, and they don't really know what love is.
Well,
So how can we show that to a community?
we have to we really have to commit ourselves to roping our young people back into the fold. Um, we have to begin to challenge not just ourselves, but challenge our young people to be better.
Mhm.
Uh, that you know, I got a lot of gray hair in my on my head, and it's I call it the wisdom part of me
Mhm.
because I understand what it means to respect and to care for people that you come in contact with. Just the common courtesy of, hey, how you doing today?
Mhm.
Or just being able to look a child in the eye and tell them what's right and what's wrong without fear of reprisal from the child or the parents.
Mhm.
So that's how I feel we need to interact more with young people in our community.
Mhm.
We really do.
Mhm. That's true. All right. Well, Dad, I guess I'll finish it off if you're tired.
Oh yeah.
See, my dad is tired, y'all.
I I'm an elderly person now. In
Dad
the
is
young
tired.
days, I
Dad
could
is tired.
I could I could hang, but I'm got to the point now where all I'm thinking about is how can we change the perception in the community that it's okay to be violent. It's okay not to trust.
Hmm. How can we
How can we
change that?
change that perception?
Hmm.
And my thing is that during my career in law enforcement, I think that once you go beyond the badge, once you see people as a part of a community, and you don't place yourself in a position where it's us against them, then we can have an open line of communications between the young people and the old people in the community. Bring bring us back to a point where we respect one another,
Hmm.
not just in terms of respecting a person in one sense, but disrespecting the community in another sense. We have to be able to bring everything together so that we as a people can look at each other and communicate with one another in a way that other people will respect us.
Hmm.
It's just the way people see us
Hmm.
and how we see ourselves.
Right.
Every time I see a kid walking down the street with his pants sagging, I ask myself, should I say something? Well, back in the day, I could have did that, but today I don't know.
Hmm.
I have reservations about approaching young people. And
And that's sad. That's sad.
you can tell them the story about Maurice.
Okay, I will. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna let Dad go. Hold on. Transition. Okay.
Ah,
All right. Now you can go. Love you too, Daddy.
All right.
All right, talk to you later.
Okay.
And we'll talk further on the topic. Okay. All right. Hold on, Dad talking. Okay, there we go. All right, back to Dad talking. And trust me. Okay. So yeah, all right. So that's a major concern that we have for our community is how love plays into a child's upbringing and how they feel about other people that they're dealing with. It makes good sense. I think we should all think about that because when you really top it off, um, we do have an issue in our community with with the generation that's out there now and how they perceive things and how they're coming up. Now, if you've seen any of my past topics, when I've actually, you know, showed some of my investigations that I do. Let me take my glasses off now, so I can kind of look okay. Y'all see that I tried to cover it up a little bit, but if you see some of my other topics, hot topic corners, early on in the last year segments, you saw that I did a lot of investigations on actual circumstances, trials, and that have actually been solved as of now, but can tell you the backlog of the story as to how this or that child fell by the wayside in the system where they're dead and gone. But how did that happen? And I started with very young kids. I gave you the raw details of their whole situation. How a 4 or 5 year old raped by a grown adult that was a family member and then left for dead and then actually disposed of the body. And so sometimes you have to be raw. Sometimes I have to just tell it like it is because people don't take it seriously anymore. People are like bah humbug or whatever. It doesn't have nothing to do with me if this and that. But children are most important. They are our future. And how we influence them really, really makes a difference. They're coming out smarter than a whip. They are coming out way smarter than we ever were. It's a whole new generation. It's a whole new type of, you know, it's just a new breed is what I'm saying. They're coming out with intelligence. Some kids are talking at 1 and 2. They really are trying to communicate coming out the womb. And so as we show them that love while they're little and while they can't talk, we should try to show them love throughout, no matter what. My nephew is a prime example too. But I'm going to talk about Maurice, who he's mentioning. Maurice is is now called Uncle Reese in the recording industry. He is in the music industry, and he is a big name in the rap gospel artist category. And My dad met him, and you know, when you see someone that's lost and needs help, and you can look at them and see that they have potential, you have to help them to see the potential, and that's what Dad did. Dad gave him options. He gave him options to either be on the streets or either get a solid working job to help support himself, become independent, and also maybe even get an education, or to focus on his skills and talents. That's the bottom line. All Dad did was gave a person a chance. And from there on, you know, he was like my brother. That's my family member. His family is my family. My dad has done that all throughout my growing up. It was never a time that I can remember that our doors were not open to people when I was growing up. I had family members, we had people we didn't know, strangers, lost kids who was out there on the streets who were just abandoned. He brought them home until he could find a place that they could be safe with. you know it hasn't been a time that I could remember. And then when I had my own home, and I did the same thing. If I saw someone that was on dire straits or down and out, I opened my doors to them and I said, "Hey, come stay with me. I got the room for it." I had the room. I said, "Shoot, why not?" That's what building a community is. Now, the people that Dad helped, they remember him to this day. Okay, the people that I've helped, I doubt if they could remember me. Some of them follow me on Facebook, and I don't think they remember anything about me. I mean, I don't know, but as long as I help them along the way, is my goal. I don't care if you remember me or not. Most of you don't, but if I can say a kind word to lift you up and inspire you, if I can do something to make you see things a little bit different, that there is hope when you think that it's a dark moment in your life, when you think there's no way out, there's a way. There's somebody there that cares enough to say, "It's going to be okay, and I understand exactly what you're going through. Let's do this and let's go with it. Let's just go." And so I'm trying to reach people. I'm putting myself out there. Social media is a platform where you can talk to people and bring people together. I asked myself, how can I touch more than just one or two people? That's the only reason I come up here all the time. And I've been in the social media spot. I've been doing this since MySpace. When I was I loved MySpace. Let me tell you, because I could put out my favorite music, all my artists that I supported. I could just play them freely. It was just a different way of coming out. So, and I still have my MySpace account, by the way. But that'll take you back. I It's a way for me to reach out and find and touch people that I can't be near. So, for instance, the reason I started getting on social media was because there were family members and friends that I wanted to get in touch with. And really, that's what the Facebook part was based on: finding and linking up to family members, friends that you haven't seen in years and stuff like that. And that's really how I got on to from the MySpace to the Facebook thing. Um, and I've been in there ever since, and I have found some people that I haven't heard from in years, like since I was a little girl, and I just watch them. They don't know I'm there, but I'm there. I'm watching you. I'm checking to see how you're doing. I'm sending hearts whenever I see you on my timeline. I'm sending the likes, the loves, the birthday wishes. I send the hearts and stuff like that because it's so many of you that have birthdays at the same time and stuff like that. And so I'm really just taking the time to see how I can get back with my community, with a community of people that I love. And so I have all types of communities that I'm involved with, guys. All types. Okay, it's not just one. It's all types of communities that I'm involved in. It's like I can remember them. I know them, but they don't even know that I think about them all the time. And I can't even spit. If I started spitting out names, y'all would be like, why she say my name on not so I'm not gonna spit out names. And I don't do that. If you see on all my pages, I never share too much. So my friends, my personal friends are my friends. Unless it's something or business that they're doing or something, then I'll put that out there. But you don't come to my page and you don't see anybody's face really that's featured but mine. And then the other things are reels or TikTok videos from other people that I think are humorous or that deserve a platform. But my page, all my pages, you don't see my photos. I might put my niece and nephew in a couple of my photos with me, or my sister, or my mom and dad. They might be in a couple of them with me. But for the most part, I strictly focus on touching y'all personally for me and just leaving it at that. But dad, we always have conversations in the morning, and so that was why he was on. He said, I really want to bring up this subject about, is there a right or wrong way to love someone? And it's very important topic because some families are in relationships and they don't know how to love each other, or their way of loving is almost like is not even how love should be. And that the family is the foundation of us all. You came from a mother and a father. You came from an upbringing. You came from a legacy. Whether you know it or not. Cousins are cousins, brothers are brothers, aunties, and uncles, all of that. You have them all in your family. Family is not always the best uplifter for you. Everybody knows it. Everybody got one in their family. Or two. One or two or three or four. Or five. I don't know. But everybody got them in their family. And they don't know how to express themselves, or they've been through some traumatic experience in which they don't know how to approach other family members. And therefore, they shut themselves off. No, this is tea. It's just tea, y'all. You eat them red cups and you don't know what's in them. But It, it's communication and how we communicate and how we react to people or how we express ourselves. And some people don't know how to express love in different ways. Is there a right or wrong way to love someone? I love all of you equally, and I love God even more. Because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here to be able to love. And my heart is like 5 times bigger than the average heart. I'm trying to tell you. So I got a lot of love, a lot of love for everyone. Um, it's hard to explain how I love. And let me tell you how it is. I have forgiveness in my heart. I have patience in my heart. And those are some things that people don't, they say they have, but they really don't. I have forgiveness. My parents can't stand it. My sister can't stand it. My closest friends can't stand how much I forgive. Because, you know, people, verbally have abused me. No physical now. Because you push a Capricorn and the Capricorn will boil over, okay? And you might not be able to see the light of day. But for the most part, those are the key factors. I have a forgiving heart, and I always look beyond the surface. I always ignore the cruelty, the evil part, and I look deep down to find that mustard seed that should be in you, that little piece of faith that you have, to pull that out of you, to see if you can be not heartless, but so more exude your heart to open it up. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. But, I have faced a lot of evil people. I have faced, and I can say that because there's just no way around how they're thinking and how they're doing what they do. I'm not judging. I just know. Sometimes them demons come up in you and they don't go away. And, it is what it is. It is what it is. If you know or you have a feeling that what you might have said to a person or what you might have done is wrong, you have a consciousness, which means that you know right from wrong. You know if you're doing something wrong and you're not doing something wrong. If you're doing something for personal gain, but you're stepping on others to do it, you know what's right and wrong. That's just the way you are. I'm gonna accept you for who you are, but I know I'm gonna watch my back. That's all. I know I got to watch the back, right? My thing is to heal. And some people hold anger so deep down that they can't let it go. They don't know the word forgiveness. They hold grudges until the day they die. Not only that, they stop completely talking to people that they have a history with, a good history. Now, if you have toxicity that's in your life, you definitely want to walk away. does not mean that you don't care for the person, but you care more for yourself. And that's what needs to be done. You have to care more for yourself first, because if you are down and out and you don't feeling right, and you're just not, you're struggling with yourself, there's no way you can be any good for anyone else if you can't even be good for yourself. If you can't even be good to yourself. So is there a right and wrong way to love? There is. The wrong way you have to find out within yourself. You know that you cannot possibly love someone by hurting them constantly, by beating them down constantly, by physically harming them, or mentally picking with their minds. That's not love. That's the wrong way. You may think it's right, but it's not. That's not love. Because love is unconditional, meaning that you wouldn't be chopping anyone down because you unconditionally love them, meaning that nothing that they can do or say will take that love away. So, you can cast stones at me. You can hate me. You can talk about me behind my back. But I'ma still love you. I'ma still love you regardless. But you gotta figure out how you can get to the point where you can love without holding that anger, that grudge, that pettiness in. People are dying over the littlest things, people. People are dying over 5 cents. People are dying over toilet paper. People are dying just because they heard the wrong word out your mouth. So if you said something wrong to them and they don't like it, they just say, bump you. And they decide that they want to off you. Come on, people. Come on. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Because really, what I want to know is, once you've gotten rid of that person the way you think will make you feel better, does it make you feel better? Did it do you any good? And say you don't get caught. Say you do it and you don't get caught. You still have demons that you're fighting, which means that you can't possibly have a positive lifestyle without that eating you up inside. And if you deny it, and you say denying it makes it all go away, no, I didn't do it, no. And all the evidence is there that you did it. I mean, actually, they got you on camera that you did it. But you're like, no, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. You're not crazy. You just don't want to face the facts. Now, they will label you as mentally disordered or something like that. But you know you're not crazy, because you weren't crazy when you did it. You knew what you were doing. People snap. And when they snap, they know they snapping. How do you get out of that trigger? How do you get out of that point where you snap to the possibility over something that's being said or done? Oh, he or she is with someone else and they supposed to be with me. Nope. If they choose to go where they want to go, you choose to go where you want to go. And bam, it's over. Now, when children are involved, you have to co parent. So you just say, hi, bye, see you later, and we'll co parent with these kids. Do not use your kids as a weapon against the person that you are in a relationship with. That's the problem. You can't do that. If a person says it's too much and I gotta go, let them go. Let them go and move on. Bigger fish. And if you don't, what's gonna happen is it's gonna hold you back. And you'll be sitting up there just by yourself, thinking and contemplating year after year after year. Do you think we have that many years left on this earth? I mean, really. We do not know the hour, the time, the second, or the minute. But I'm trying to tell you right now that we don't have but so much time. It's evident as to right now what is going on that you don't know. So if you're going to waste your time dwelling on that and this and that, when you could have just been living your best life and having fun and doing what you love to do until it's time to go be called home. That's how we have to look at things, you know. And I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to you. Because I have my moments. I have my moments when I'm down and I don't think that I'm loved, and I know I am loved, but I don't think it. I just, sometimes I'm like, nobody loves me. But they do. And I don't, you know what? The best part about it is it doesn't matter that nobody on this earth loves me, because I know that there's one supreme being that does. That's why I'm here still. And he'll love me when he called me home. I'll still be loved. I'll be loved even more. And I have to get that through my head sometimes. I have to say, nobody else here loves me but one person. That's all that matters. One being, one entity. Right? Sometimes you gotta look at things that way. Now, as I get ready to close this out, I want you to look at my descriptions. You can see me on the gaming page. You can see me on Michelle E. Springs page. Follow both pages. Follow all my pages, as a matter of fact. I have the Spankey 1 page, Spankey 1 gaming page, the Michelle E. Springs page, which is my personal butt open page. Okay? I am the Enigma. That's what it says on the page, and that's what I am. And you can go to that page and you can look up any of my links. You can go to the top of this description here and look at any of my links to see where I'm at. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, Discord. You know, go to my Discord channel, join if you're not into Discord. You know, just follow one of my pages, get in touch with me if you can. And I'm trying to build up a community of love, peace, and happiness. A community where we can network together for our small business owners, put them out there for our talent in the community, for the youth that have talent in science, technology, in the performing arts, and any type of skill that you have. You can go to the Fun Networking Group. It's called Fun Networking Group. Now, there's a lot of fun networking pages up there, groups up there. Go to get the right link at the Spankey one, Spankey, the Spring Spankey page, or the Spankey one page. You can also get it from my Michelle E. Springs page, the Fun Networking link. That's the group, Fun Networking Group link. And you can go there, and once you become a member, you can post and stuff like that. Now, this year, I got a big surprise coming out. What I'm going to be doing is I will be featuring one or two businesses at a month, okay, that will starting next month, because this is my birthday month, and so I'm going to do what I want. But no, starting next month, and we will be giving out awards. Okay, this is how it's going to work. For my gaming community, my women in gaming, my culturally women in gaming, cultural women in gaming, okay? There will be a page that I will be featuring. I have the website, but I have to edit it a little bit. It is up, but I have to put some things out on it. It's called blackwomengaming.com or .net. Okay? And I want to feature some of y'all out there who are in the gaming world, and you are a black woman or a ethnic woman of any kind, and you are out there trying to make it come up in the gaming world. Okay? So I want to get us a group going, maybe go to some of these conferences, put you out there, maybe and get you some awards and accolades for taking the time to stream as hard as y'all do. Whether you have a talk show or something like that, that will be under the Fun Networking Group. Under the Fun Networking Group, we'll be giving out awards to small businesses, artists, people, anybody who has their own thing going, whether it be social media, talk show, whatever. Go and sign up on Fun Networking, and you can get that link off of my you can go under Spankey one page, and that Spankey is spelled Spankey, Spankey one page, and you can go on that page and drift down, and you should see the group link in there, the Fun Networking group link, or I will post it. Yeah, you should see it in there. I will post it when I get a chance, but yeah, go there. Now, like I say, I'm on Twitch, Facebook. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I'm not gonna talk down about them, but I don't know. They changing up every 5 seconds. They won't let me be great. I don't know why they won't let me be great. They trying, but they won't. I mean, none of these platforms. No, but I'm on YouTube too. On YouTube, I mostly like to feature the talk show. I do show the gaming on there, and I will be focusing on the reborns this year too, later on in the year. I have a lot of events planned. Some more guests will be coming on. But Dad had this very important subject, and I want y'all to comment about it. Put it in the comments what you feel. Is there a right or wrong way to love someone? Meaning within your family dynamic. How do you love those that you live with or that you are blood relative to, in a way that where you can either keep your distance and still love them, but love them without forming the hate. How do we do it? Okay, so that's what we focused on today, tonight. And so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get off here, and I'm probably gonna go in Discord or something like that, or go into one of my gaming worlds or whatever. Like, share, and care. Okay? I'd appreciate it. Share it to whatever group you want. Share it to your friends, your families, and whatever. Because I really want to get a forum going. I really want us to talk about how we can better our community as a whole. And not on the political scale, because we cannot rely on politics to strengthen our community. We have to rely on ourselves. And before we can rely on ourselves, we have to be reliable. We have to take accountability for the things that we do, for our actions, and how they see us as a whole, and how we reflect on each other. What I say, do, get your family together and go see Woman King, or since it's not in movies anymore, rent it. It only costs like $5.99 in Prime or something like that. I think you can see it free on HBO or something like that. But watch Woman King and watch Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and watch the movie with the soldier. I forgot the with the Tuskegee Airmen. Watch things like that with your children. Discuss and talk about it. Because the sad part about it is for most of you, this stuff happened way before your time. Man, you have no idea what the struggle was unless you see it for yourself, unless you see the documentaries. Now, you know that Black Panther, of course, is based on a Marvel comic character, okay, but Woman King is not. It is based on a true story. But a lot of these made up stories are based on some type of truth in the end. You have to, they are, film is a basic prediction or reflection of an imitation of real life. It's just that sometimes it could be ahead of its time, and sometimes it could be right on time. Also, look up the documentary of Michael Jackson. I've been doing some documentaries and stuff. But let me tell you something. Look up their family dynamic and how it worked. Is there a right or wrong way to love? And let me tell you something. It don't matter what y'all say about how that family, if you only know bits and pieces, you'll never know. But if you know the true family dynamic and how that works and how strong that family really is, and how much an impact and sacrifice that they put out to share their lives with the world, to make the world a better place. The music was ahead of its time. Everything was ahead of its time. It's right in the now. Stevie Wonder. Go and look up different things and listen to the music. Listen to all of Stevie Wonder's songs, not just the ones they play on the radio. You have to really look. Listen to these albums. Well, I say albums. The CDs now, or what do you call it, the iTunes thing, and get the whole, listen to the whole album, CD. Listen to the words, because what you think you know, what's in the now has nothing to do with really what you're living in at this moment. You like the beat, You like the chopped and screwed tunes. But have you ever listened to a song that has words that have real meaning? That have meaning of value. That have meaning without foul language. That have some type of meaning and direction as to how you can conduct yourself in a much better way. I implore you, go back and listen to those tunes. I was raised on stuff like Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday. Then I went from there to Earth, Wind and Fire. That's another group. Earth, Wind and Fire. Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder, Shaka Khan. Oh my gosh, I could name so many. I could name so many. I just don't. It's all in my head. And I could sing a tune right off the top of my head from any one of those genres. And you just don't know. Because you don't. You know why? Because you didn't. It was past. It's over your head. But sometimes to move forward, you must know the past. And not just a little bit of it. Some of those songs of the past could have saved a life today. Maybe if they listen to a different type of tune, like the frequency, like the radio host Captain 85 says, Mr. Henderson Vaughn. Maybe if you listen to the frequency, the tone of the music, your mind wouldn't be so clouded into evil thoughts. But I'm saying the people that have committed suicide, that have left us way too soon, I'm thinking they didn't have harmony in their life. And if they did, the harmony was not something was blocking that good vibes frequency. Something in their mind deep down that they did not express or get out was blocking that frequency. And we got to get that out. We got to get that out of our system. You are programmed to think and see things a certain way. Yes, you are. Whether you believe it or not, you are. You are stuck on a certain type of lifestyle, a certain type of this, a certain type of that. You are programmed to think that way. And that will screw your life up. I'm just telling you, that will screw you up because you reaching for an unreachable dream. You reaching for a dream that will stress you out, that will pull and tug on your pockets every time. But you'll do it because you stuck on it. You gotta show it. You gotta know it. Child, this tea is good. Yeah, it's tea. Alright, so anyway, I'm tired now. and I have spent enough time with y'all. I don't know who's looking, who's watching. Because of the way I had it set up, I can't see you in the chat right now like I normally do. Because I had it set up for where my dad could just pop in and Zoom, but that didn't work out. So y'all saw him up there. He had to climb up the stairs and come up and see me. But nevertheless, live your life. Know that your life is important. Know that you have meaning and substance. Know that you somehow have some type of skill or talent that can catapult you to who you want to be. Know that. I can't stress that enough. You have it in you. You have the ability to do what you want. Hey, and look at my TikTok videos. Like those TikTok videos. Put them out there. Like those reels, guys. I'm dancing for you. And know that you are loved. If you're not loved by anything, you loved by a being higher than yourself, and you're loved by me. Michelle E. Springs / Spankey / my old name back in the MySpace days was Coco Cure / I am the Enigma. Yes, I am. You'll never figure it out because I have too much in me for you to figure it out, okay? So just note to yourself that I love you. If you have any problems, if you're feeling those thoughts of desperation and you can't talk it out, call the hotline. They don't know you. They can't, they could care, but at least you can get it off your shoulders on the hotline. You can talk to them and say whatever you want. They can't judge you. They can't do nothing but listen to you and maybe give you some uplifting words of encouragement. So those hotlines are there for a reason, people. Use them. I've used them before. Use them. When you're on that edge, when you think there's just no possible way. It's been like that for me. I have done it several times. You think this day is, I just need to be gone and not be here the next day. And then I wake up the next morning and it's a new day. And new things happen to me and better things happen to me than the day before. And I said, well, dang, I sure would have missed this if I sure would have missed this better day if I had did what I did, but I didn't. So that's how you have to look at it. You always look forward to the next day. If the day that you're in is crappy, wait till the next day and see what things come. Okay, it'll always either get better or it'll get worse, but either way, you'll get to see the outcome. Oh no. Don't take advice from me. I'm not right. I know. But anyway, love you. And I will see you next time. And hopefully my eye will be better. It is getting a little better, as you can see. But hopefully it'll be much better by the next time I see y'all. Love you much. And I will talk to you later. Bye.